This is what I'm saying. The agenda will be televised. The agenda will be televised. The agenda on Tottenham has begun. Look at all this about Manchester United. Oh, they've got youth players on the bench. Oh, they've got an injury crisis. They've had one game with this. We've played for 2.5 months with people that are either past it, just starting, playing on one leg, 18 years old. Like, come on. And everyone's enjoyed it. Everyone's had a laugh. Arsenal, 3 players out. Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. The agenda will be televised, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monday Night Football Thicko. I don't know what this guy's saying.
So United have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 players out.
Try 11 first team.
8, and how many of them are first? I was about to get there. How many of them are first team? So Ahmad would be first. He would be first team.
1. Yeah.
Kobe would be first team.
2.
Ugarte might be first team. Martinez would be first team. Luke Shaw won't be first team. He hasn't played in 100 years.
He's never played. Yeah.
Johnny Evans is not first team. So yeah, okay.
No chance.
But so let me go to Spurs now because this is where it has to.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Because I know about 3 of these are first teamers.
Got him. Vicario 1.
Who's injured from Spurs? Let me go. I'm going from the back. So
no, you can't go now. You can talk about from
Richarlison.
All this time.
I've got it here.
Yeah, he's first team.
I've got what's in front of me. Richarlison.
Yeah, first team.
Over who?
Yeah. In the first team, he picked amongst the first team.
So he's not first team.
You can't say he's not first team. You can't say he's first team.
He's not first team because Miller's not first team. He's not first team. What's your strongest?
Yeah, he's not in the strongest ever team. He's probably not starting. No, fair enough.
Thank you. So Solanke, yes.
Yes, 1. Van der Ven.
Warner, no.
No.
Dragiston, no. Van der Ven, yes.
Yes.
Romario,
yes.
Yes.
Romero, yes. Of course, yes.
Romero, sorry. And that's it.
Vicario. You can't talk about the others that ain't been there because they just came back yesterday. That's it. They've just come back. He's been out since November 23rd, bro.
I wouldn't say Vicario was because Kingsley, whatever his name was, all right.
He's young, and to be fair, like he started well, and I think he'd be fine. But he's young. He made a mistake at Highbury, and he made a mistake against Liverpool.
If we go to Arsenal,
but he's good. He's good.
It's Saka who is our best player. Who's the best?
Yeah, that's fair. Can't lock that. Can't lock that.
I mean, you said it was all over when he was injured. So that's a major player. That's a major cog. Jesus out for the whole season. Another major cog.
I'm not going to have that when you knocked him all for 2 years.
I haven't knocked him once. You haven't heard me knock him once. So what are you on about?
The majority of the fans say you don't score enough.
You speak to me. Don't say you lot. You speak to me. So
Havertz, don't even mention Havertz. Don't mention Havertz.
Havertz is rubbish, but that's another body down.
Bollocks.
He was already fit. We had who had the fittest squad in the league at the start of the season? Arsenal, 22 man, and we've already got man injured.
Right.
We missed Odegaard for 2.5 months, maybe 3 months. It was. Come on, Lee, man, and look where we are. Look where we are.
They're doing well. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. You can't say it's
on top of it.
Injury crisis.
I've just put it is injury crisis. We've lost our best players. Our best
player. Don't mention Havertz. Don't mention Jesus.
We lost Saka and we lost Odegaard in the same space.
What were they both out for 2.5 months?
One still.
Saka was out for 2.5 months.
He's been out for 3 months.
But when Odegaard was out from that injury from the international game, was Saka out at the same time? No.
Yes.
He played against Tottenham. No, he didn't. He played against Tottenham in the North London derby.
He played 4 more games after that and got injured.
I don't know. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see actual stats on that. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'd like to see the actual amount of games that he played.
Make excuses.
You find that out. And anyone who's listening. My point is that there's talk about people being injured. Man United being more than Arsenal. I will grant that, but there's talk about Arsenal being in a bad way. Like, you know what? Yeah, we've lost Solanke. Solanke to us is as important as Saka is to you because he's going to get you goals. He's going to work up the pitch. He may not be as good. I'm not saying he is, but he's as important.
Goals and assists.
but he's as important to our game as Saka is to yours.
Yeah.
Right. So that's one. Vicario's the main
Oh,
goalkeeper.
Who's your best player?
Vicario's the main goal
Who's Spurs' best player?
in the team.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Van der Ven.
So when Van der Ven's missing, you're shaking.
Yeah. And we've got him
You're thinking,
and Romero.
At first, you was thinking Dragiston could replace him because you was gassed about Dragiston.
No, I was saying that I was looking forward to seeing if you could do it, but no, not. That's when Andrew's naivety come in, and we've talked about that on other podcasts. My point is, you look at it, Vicario, you're missing your top goalie. I'm not saying Kinski's bad, but you're missing your number one goalie. He's one. Romero, another. Van der Ven, another. Adogi, the left back.
Don't stop.
Right?
The goalie doesn't change your tactics, though. So,
no, I agree with that, but I'm still saying that if you play with if we set up to play. This is where I've said to you about ads coming across over the last couple of months. What I'm saying is,
last couple of months, that's the whole crux of it, though. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Fair enough. I'm not disputing that. If that's what you're thinking,
an agenda about injuries.
I'm saying to you that if any team loses their number one goalie, both their key centre backs, their top attacker, their midfielder, their left back.
The same thing. Arsenal did the same thing.
All right, so let me say, if you lost Raya, Saliba, Gabriel, Saka.
Listen. Remember, in the space of 4 or 5 games, Arsenal had about 3 men sent off. Yeah, we had injuries on top of it. Against Tottenham, we had Jorginho in midfield because Rice came off now.
Right. What game? The one just gone.
Yeah, well, it was one we down to 10 men.
No.
I'm sure we've done 10 men against Spurs.
You won 1-0 and you won
the first game.
2-1.
The first game, yeah, the 1-0.
Was it 10 men?
Arsenal have been depleted in so many games this season. But what you don't understand is that we've kept it together because the manager's got tactics. You know, if VAR was on job, I just posted something right now. If VAR was on job, Arsenal would be top of the league by 1 point if they got all their decisions correct.
Okay, that's where that's
tactics.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not my. I'm not saying about tactics, but what I'm saying is
Big Ange had it all wrong.
Same point, Chris. Tactics would not save you if you lost Raya, Saliba, Gabriel. They wouldn't save you. Bro.
A good manager will adapt.
Without those, he can adapt. It's not saying the results will be positive. And no doubt, we've said it. His naive way has been shown up when he's lost so many players. I've said that to you and Marv on this show every week.
Why doesn't Jed Spence start for Spurs? Because for me, he's been a shining.
He's unbelievable. He is the surprise of the season. Yeah, incredible, bro.
Left back, bro.
This guy weren't even in the Europa squad. He weren't even in the squad. They didn't pick him.
See,
he was at the club. He was done. He was done.
But that shows about the manager. That's about the manager. That's on the manager, bro.
Well, yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Fair enough. I'm not disputing that. But what I'm saying is that
he was an absolute stallion yesterday, bruv.
But let me just say this as well. He's fantastic. Bruv, I've been singing his praises. He kept Salah in his pocket. He had Salah in his pocket 4 weeks ago.
Before you start waxing lyrical about other things, yeah, when your team's all fit, where does Jed Spence fit?
He's definitely in over Porro. For me, he's right back as Jed Spence's.
Has to be.
Yeah, Porro, we could talk about his delivery all day. He gives the ball away so many times. He gives the ball away 65 times against Tamworth.
Crazy.
He's given as a fullback, no other fullback in Europe's top 5 leagues has given the ball away more in this season.
That's crazy.
But his delivery is unreal. You'd almost take a chance of putting him forward and putting Spence back. But for me, Spence plays right back. Spence plays fullback. So whatever they want to do. But for me, I'd go Spence, Van der Ven, Romero, and Adogi as a back four. We need more midfielders. I think Basuma is not the one. Sarr works hard, but he's a squad player. Benton done. Like, yeah, I mean, no, it ain't worked out for him, man. This style is not for him. He could go and be a baller somewhere else, I'm sure. I'm not saying he isn't. It just doesn't fit him here. It's too quick for him, and he loses it. He gives the ball away. He doesn't track back. Look at the goal against Villa. The second goal against Villa, he doesn't follow his man. He's genuinely like half-assed jogging. It's poor. So for me, the midfield needs work. This Tell, I like the look of him. Son looks knackered. Bless him. You know what I mean? He looks knackered.
Finished.
And it's like Bielsa at Leeds. This system demands, and you can burn out like a motherfucker, and that's what's happening with Son. I feel sorry for him, and he's older. You know what I mean? Like no one would ever dispute.
Listen to this. This is a great one. I agree with Gary Neville, bruv. Who, Charlie, allow it, man.
Do you agree with Gary Neville saying Spurs are a bit? How can we be a bigger club than City? No, we're not. In what way?
He's talking in history, in everything, bruv.
Yeah, but then you got to stop to bruv. Like they've won more than we've ever won. They've won more league titles. They've won more European Cups. They won more FA Cups, haven't they? Or they won more League Cups. Like they are bigger than us. You can talk about history and legacy. FA Cups we won 8.
No, League.
We were the most.
No, you.
Only 4. I think it's 4. They won in 5 years in a row.
Well, Alden, you think you're saying that Man City is bigger than Spurs?
Massively, Christian. Come on, man. I know it's a short period of time, but they've done everything in football. Everything. They've done everything, and we've done nothing.
They've won more trophies than Spurs, then I'll gladly say
they might have done in the end. I can't say that for sure.
Charlie boy, get on the old Google side. Yeah, let me know if they
are. Look,
Spurs, then I'll agree with the.
Yeah, listen, I will back Spurs to the day. In terms of legacy, Tottenham are a bit more world renowned. Don't know about now because City have just become a global brand. Because obviously, when you start winning things and the world sees you in the final of big games, you know the Premiership is teams around the world.
This is what I used to tell you about that winning the big boy things. It will increase.
I'm not stupid. I know that, but the FA.
But you used to say to me, I used to say to you, for Spurs, the League Cup and the FA Cup, if you was winning those consecutively, these things will help you go to another level commercially.
100%, I agree.
And you can go for the league.
I agree.
I have a history of winning league titles.
Well, no, we've never been that. We're a cup team. We were known as a cup team, and I think.
We say Harley boy. Look what Charlie says. Charlie says, "Let's be clear. Spurs were much bigger than City before we had money." That might be
probably
true,
not.
That might be true.
Stature, I think global stature we were. Not now, I wouldn't say. We weren't before. They weren't. No one knew City. Come on, man. I'll ask you, who did City beat in their '99 playoff final, and who scored the goals? I know that. Is he City?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he's Googling it now, but I'll give Charlie some City questions and he can tell me because I know my stuff. I talk to Liverpool fans at work and they're like, "Are you sure you're not a scout?" It must be autism. I know shit. Like, let me ask. I know them days. I know them days for City because we were kids, so we were collecting everything. We watch everything. Championship manager was our Bible.
The Panini's free.
It has been for about 10 years. I picked one up. I still do. I still do the stickers.
I thought I was nicking from Morrison's.
No, that's how I get the stickers. Man. There ain't no one from the police watching this. Wait, ain't watching, is he?
Suffers with necrophilia, guys. That's the
right. Them stickers. Yoink, put them in the bag. Yeah. He's right. He's right. Who is it against? Charlie. What's the score?
Come on, Google's your friend. Come on, Charlie boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't. Yeah, Charlie's on the clock, bruv. Yeah, because you're quick enough to say shit, so you should be giving it back to me. I'd have wrote the opposition time.
He's got up to 14-20. I was there, mate. Gillingham 99, he said.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I was there, kid. He said, even called you mate, brother. Even come to your Cockney style. He said, mate.
Hey, mate. But you know what I say? It's only blood and fam from me.
He didn't even call you our kid. He said, mate.
Where's Charlie from? Is he from Manchester? If he's from Manchester.
He's street, bruv, man. He's the guy.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. That's what I'm saying. There's not enough of you, Charlie. They're all from London. They're like Marv.
He's main road. This guy's main road.
And they're like Marv and Tom. That's what I'm saying. I thought he's one of those who supported Blackburn and Leicester before he supported City.
It's international, bruv. We go everywhere.
Charlie, Charlie, you have my blessing to take the piss, bro. I apologise. I do apologise. I thought you were I thought you were one of those Ken dogs.
There's Man United in London, isn't it?
Yeah,
Proper.
yeah. Like Marvin, why weren't he supporting Tottenham? He surely he's watching Glenn Hoddle in the
I was
80s.
supporting Arsenal, wasn't it? Well, I guess Ian Wright
One
was
of
later,
them.
isn't it?
No, Arsenal were boring in the 80s, but like Tottenham has always been Tottenham. Cavalier probably lose more than they win, but the cups they would get through. Like we had Gascoigne, we had Hoddle, we had Waddle, all when Marvin was a little
But
kid.
you had Gascoigne, Waddle, and Hoddle all at the same time. Never.
All, no. But all in about the space of about 6 years.
But
Like he should have been loving that.
Waddle and Hoddle were together.
They were together, yeah, for a bit. But Waddle and Gascoigne they were together for a bit as well. It was a crossover. But like he should have. That was his prime. Like, fair enough. Who did they have? Their best player was probably John Barnes in terms of silky skill. The rest of them were functional. Kenny Dalglish maybe a little bit. Ian Rush scored goals, but that
Kenny's arse,
fair play to you, Charlie. Huh?
He eats Kenny's ass.
Yeah. Well, it's easy. Look, two of my wonderful family are Liverpool and through the 70s and 80s.
Charlie boy. That's
I'm not a Scouser. No, we watched the games with Tottenham.
Because his family's now. He's got
No, two are Liverpool, two are Man United. Tottenham.
How come you're not eating the Man United ass?
What, Manchester United?
Yeah.
I never had a problem with Man United. I actually really liked Man United. When all you lot used to cuss each other when we was at school because it was United Arsenal, I didn't mind either of you. I loved Arsenal because I said it. I thought you played the most artistic football I'd ever seen.
You know, Lee went and bought the 0-2 Arsenal, the blue one.
Yeah, I did. The blue is the. You know what?
Because we beat
rivalry aside,
the Champions League.
Rivalry aside, that kit is an unbelievable top.
What about that team, bro?
Well, of course it was. Look, you know what I mean? But me and Gunga used to call each other Perez and Teddy and Dennis and used to do the finger. Remember when we used to score at Power League? We do the finger thing because they done it. Wiltor and Henri did the little finger thing.
I didn't see the first goal, Gillingham, because my dad dragged me out.
Dragged him out. Well, you got back in there, mate. All time. Remember, it was 2-0 at 85 minutes. And 2-2, and then they won on penalties. Nicky Weaver saved the penalty. I remember watching it. It was literally, it was a week after, I'm sure it was a couple of days after the Champions League treble for United. So Manchester was happy all round. Yeah. But no, that Arsenal team, I didn't mind Man United. I liked Ferguson. I liked Ferguson. I liked when they got that team together in like 2008 when they won the Champions League. I like that team. That team was
and
they're fantastic. No. The one before that with Tevez and Rooney and Carrick and Evra, Vidic.
Was Berbatov the one after, isn't it? The Champions League after.
He was the one after. Yeah, but he didn't play. He went home. He didn't stay at the ground. Owen was on the bench instead. Michael Owen was on the bench.
Fergie put Owen on the bench was so dumb. That's some dumb shit, man.
I just don't think he believed that Berbatov would work hard enough against a team that could partial.
Yeah, but Owen, what's Owen going to do apart from break his hamstrings?
Fuck knows. I'll never forget how he did that Cruyff turn and passed it into Ronaldo to tap it in. It's one of the best bits of skill you'll ever see. I think he must have been in, on the line, literally on the goal line. He did the flip and then just squared it. When we signed him, when Tottenham signed Berbatov, I went to the first home game. We lost away. I think it was Middlesbrough. It was fucking horrible, something like that in the first game. Proper Tottenham Martin Yole, lose away, went home. And then we played Sheffield United. And the way he was just bringing the ball down and just doing it, I'm like, he's walking, bro. And he's ahead of the game. I couldn't believe him. He was majestic to watch.
He was that Dennis Bergkamp.
He was incredible. But this is going back to what I said the other day. If Matoma scored that goal for Arsenal or Man United, even Man United or City or Chelsea, you'd be talking about this Matoma goal for years to come. This Matoma goal may not even be remembered in a year's time.
It won't be because
what a goal!
Look who's turned up. Can you believe it? What's going on here? We've got a surprise guest. Can you see what's backstage, really?
No, it doesn't show me.
We stop the press.
Who is it? Oh,
Stop the press.
Oh, he's playing watching baseball. Look, he's got a cap backwards.
What, try a new sport, mate? It's not working out the old football, is it?
What's going on?
I thought I'd have to show up after you beat us, mate.
Oh, mate. Well, look, we've missed you. We've missed you. All you got to do is give a little cameo each week.
Yeah.
I've been so busy. I'm so
Do a
sorry,
little
boys.
5-minute cameo, Kendall, like this, so you can just duck out.
He's been dapple down farm, isn't he?
Finally got the floorboards done, boys. That's it. That's what it is.
Are they insulated? Are they insulated?
Oh no, I better get back to it. Hold on.
See you in January.
Where's Marv?
He's busy. He's to tell me he's busy. What? I'm out. This is
I thought he'd be on every week with the old Liverpool
he's
boys.
Been jittery. He's been so jittery. Since they lost to who they lose to recently. It was a draw.
Tottenham. No, Everton.
No, before the Everton game, they lost.
Plymouth. Plymouth.
Since losing to Plymouth, he hadn't been on.
Okay. Well,
but Tom, I mean, it's been a while now. Amarin came in. You were 14. He's been here 3 months. You're 15. What are your take on Man United from what's happening now?
Go now, boys. See you later. He's going to need a lot longer, isn't he? I think he's. I don't know. I don't feel like you can judge him yet because he's coming into a club it needs open heart surgery, doesn't it? Old Rangnick.
Don't give me your answer. Don't give me Ralph Rangnick's thing. Give me your answer. Don't give me this media training.
I like.
Listen. You're 5th. As he just said, where are they now? 15th, 13th.
Yeah, 15th.
Hey, dog. If he loses more games, you can't tell me he needs time. You might be in a relegation battle.
Yeah, but we're not going to get relegated, and. If he's going to actually change what the last 5 managers haven't been able to change, he's going to need to do something more drastic, isn't he? Because nothing's worked, and we've had some world-class managers. Mourinho put a big plaster over the patch, coming second in the league. Do you remember what he said about that at the time?
Yep.
So did Ollie. Ollie came second.
Yeah. But I think we've just been papering over the cracks for a long time, and someone's got to come in and make significant change. And he's trying to stick to his guns with the style of play. I think he's going to do a job. I just think it's going to take a while, and we just got to stick with it.
Let me ask you this then, Tom. I'm going to go through every position on a field, and you tell me if you're happy, if it's fine or it needs replacing. All right.
Good one, Lee. Good one.
Goalkeeper.
No, not fine.
Left back.
We've just bought a young guy. I don't know if he's going to be up to scratch yet. What's his name? I can't remember the guy's name. Dongu.
Yeah. Dongu.
Does he play right back?
No, I think he's left.
Fullback.
He's a left back.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so you keep him in for a minute. Centre backs. 2 centre backs.
I don't have a massive problem with De Ligt and Martinez and Euro. I think we've got the makings of a decent pairing, but I don't know what the combination is yet. I don't know whether he'll stick with a back 5, back 3, but I don't mind De Ligt. Maguire's started to come. Well, he's been a lot better this year, and Euro looks like he's promising. So not certain yet.
Right back.
Don't really like Dallo. Not a big Dallo fan.
Okay. Centre midfields.
Ugarte.
Ugarte's decent. Casemiro's got a goal.
Decent ain't Man United, though.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about now. He's talking about decent now.
Yeah, but look, this is a really difficult game to play because we have made a lot of good players look bad. So how can you?
How though? How?
Because I don't look at the. I don't know how, but the amount of players that have come to United in the last 5, 6, 7 years, who were going to be brilliant and who've been terrible. It can't just be. What is it? Is it we're just buying really bad players every single time? It can't be that because then some of them go on to do well. Other clubs look at people like McTominay, Napoli,
yeah, killing it.
But he was doing good at United.
And he was doing good at United, to be fair, Ken Dog, and you got rid of him.
He was, but when players leave United, they tend to enhance their reputation. A lot of them, or they don't look as bad.
Well,
So
Sancho looks
something
better.
is like Rashford will probably do better at Villa than he did at United. I'm sure he will. De
So
Gea, like there's something wrong at United. So Ugarte, I don't know. Like when Amorim's had a bit more time, he's a good player. He looks good, but I don't know if
What
like
about
they just
Kobe?
need more time.
What about Kobe?
Quality,
Gone
quality
backwards
young
though.
player. Mainu shouldn't have been like. This is a sign of the times. He should have been like when any of those young boys came through at United in the Fergie days. He'd be playing half the games, bled into the team, and then becomes consistent after a year or two. We're so poor that someone that young age has been put in, and everyone's expecting miracles from him every week. But he's young and inexperienced. He needs time. So Mainu's quality. He's been put under too much pressure too soon. I think that's what's happened with
right
him.
on the wing, Garnacho, Diallo. Obviously, Diallo's out now,
Yellow's
but
brilliant.
yeah,
Um,
Garnacho.
Garnacho, I don't know. I mean, I like him. I think he's a good player. Again, whether like I don't think in the past he would have been someone we'd have looked to win us games as much as we do now. But I think Amorim's got a slight problem with him, whether his attitude's not quite right or his training's not quite right. But he's a good player, so I definitely wouldn't let him go. I'm a bit more worried about I mean Zirk's is crap. He's just dog crap.
It's funny because
Oh,
I was just about to post some. Well, after this, I'm gonna post something because a Man United spokesman rants, rants and bants expressions, brother. Yeah,
yeah.
and rants and says that if Arsenal had Xerxes, they'll be challenging for the league. They'll win the league. Basically, he said Xerxes is Man United's top 3 players. He
I
calls
mean,
him
he did
Xer.
change the
He
game
calls him.
against Arsenal in the cup.
He calls him Zerkamp.
Oh,
Oh,
that's crazy.
he's crap.
Hoyland.
I'm afraid he's in the same camp. We completely overpaid for him, and he's in the same camp as Garnacho and Mainu. He's a really good young player who should have been brought in as a backup striker to learn from someone decent. And again, all the pressure is on people like Mainu, Garnacho, and Hoyland.
Kids,
Kids, not good enough.
when Casemiro can't even move 2 steps, you're
Yeah.
looking at how you used to look, Lee, when I first met you. When the ball had to be played directly at your feet. 1-2, 1-2.
Well, I mean, I've got to ask this then. Like, with that in mind, like, it's not even about when are you going to become the Man United Vault. Like, are you a long way off challenging for
5 years,
Champions League? Like,
5 years, 5 years, Lee.
Nah, it doesn't. I've said this, and I'm probably going to sound like a broken record, but it doesn't take a long time if you've got the right players. You bring in a couple of players, it can change things, and if you get the style of play right, the culture's right, it doesn't take a long time, and that's why you've seen clubs like Arsenal and Liverpool under Klopp and
Took us 5
Arteta
years. Took us 5 years,
start.
Ken, to get
No,
there.
but it was quite a quick. They were, I don't know the league positions, but Arsenal
Eighth,
had a
eighth,
bad year. Yeah, but then the
eighth,
next year,
eighth,
where were they the
fifth,
next year, Chris?
fifth.
Right? And then where? 2 years.
so, so I like this because the thing is, you've got to be honest, is that you're still in 2 cups. If you were to win the Europa League and Arsenal was just to come second again, would you say that you've had a better season than
Yes,
Yeah,
Arsenal?
of course
Lee.
he would. But how can they? Because look at the mess
You're
they're in.
dirty, Lee.
'Cause
Chris,
look at the
he's
mess they're
I'm
dirty.
in.
asking. I'm
He
Yeah, I know,
lost
but
his
asking.
yeah,
a little
this,
twinkle in his
yeah,
eye.
but these,
He
these things here
knows.
just validate me. This validates me. Where look at Ken Dog now, look at me now. This is the validation. How could they have had a better season when look at them, new manager?
Chris,
But the European Cup's pretty big.
you know why he's asked the
Listen,
question, don't you? The
Lee,
little
Lee.
glint in his eye, because the truth is, we all know trophies are what counts. So if
It
we win
doesn't
a
though. It
trophy and
doesn't.
they
It
don't,
doesn't.
then
You know
yeah,
your
I'll say the
panini.
same.
You know what you used to say. What I used to say when you open up your panini magazine and it has the trophies, but they don't have that no more. It's not in there no more. Trophies are
Well, you
gone.
can't get the trophies.
Not in the panini.
Well, that makes them even more worthwhile, surely, even more
No, no,
valuable.
no, 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 no. Ken Dog.
No,
It's
come
not
on.
about
I'd
that.
say the
It's about
same.
league position,
You
bread
can
and
quote
butter.
me in 10 years' time if we're winning, if we're coming second and Arsenal winning FA Cups in 12th. You can quote me then. I'll always say trophies are what counts. But I also like to watch my team play good football, and it's been a long time since I've watched Man United and been excited.
How
Even
often
when
do
we
you watch it
won
then?
games. Huh?
Every game,
How
surely.
often do you watch it every game?
No.
You stop watching them. I can't lie. Lord, have your
I'm going on
darkness.
Pop Idol next year, so I'm getting my vocals warmed up for it. Nah,
When are we all meeting?
boys.
When are we meeting to do a live pod together?
Whenever, as soon as the season's over, just as soon as I know we're still in the Premier League. No, I've been so busy, boys. You know what it's like. Got a kid on the way. I've just
Yeah,
been
man.
so work's
Congrats.
been mad. It's been really really busy recently, and I just find I've said to Chris the other day or a couple of months, I've fallen out of love with football a little bit with the whole new Champions League format. It's just not what it used to be, man.
Europe, send them home. Send them
Brexit
home.
means Brexit. It's not.
So we should.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not the same as it used to be. I was saying to Chris the other day about the old Arsenal United rivalries, the good game.
Yeah.
I just find it a bit dull now. I just find it all a little bit dull. So it's not because of Man United. It's just generally because I think football's changed a lot. But I'm still interested. If we start to win, I'll watch again. You know.
Charlie
Nah,
Boy
it's not
says
like
Charlie
that.
Boy says Ken Dog's watching rugby now.
No. Rugby's not
Six
my
Nations,
sport.
yeah.
Rugby's not my sport.
Well,
I think it'll
let's
come good.
yeah.
Oh, we
Well,
go, go, we
let's have
go.
you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Ken Dog, I forget to tell you on Monday's 1 o'clock now because Clee's got he's moonlighting
No,
as a
I'm not
Spurs
doing it
lot.
tonight. I'm not doing it tonight. No, I'm not
Oh,
doing
how
it
come?
tonight.
How come?
No,
How come?
no, the guys did it yesterday. The guys did it yesterday. Yeah, I wasn't on it yesterday.
Oh, you made sure you wasn't on it.
No, I couldn't make it yesterday. I was
What was wrestling's?
no,
What was
no. Wrestling is next week, so I may not make it this week as well. No, I was out at the Spurs. So yeah,
I like the
Oh,
classic
you went
shirt,
first.
Lee. I like the
I was
classic
down
shirt.
there.
Is that the
Oh,
woman?
cheers,
Mine's
mate.
got a bit of extra cleavage at the top there. Is that supposed to
That's
be?
just me. The minute you walked in the joint.
You got a bit nice. Got a bit. It's like designed for a bigger chest.
Do you
Wait, I
remember
don't think it was designed that
them
way.
tight tops, Ken Dog? Do you remember that when they had that Italian shit? That's when Lee said I'm out of this game.
I fell out of love with football. These
Got
bloody
across the
Europeans.
ball over, innit?
Is that when you
Shirts.
having mounts of that curry rice, Lee?
That's Matty Rice. Should have
That's
sponsored
Matty Rice.
Tottenham.
My man had Dad's Matty Rice put bow to the top, Ken Dog, like this, all for him in one bird. And he said, Chris, yeah, you have the crumbs. It was anything he flicks over his shoulder, I can have.
Anyway,
But we got
what we've been saying about Spurs, because I think United's form is masking a big
yeah,
problem.
it's,
It's they are white
you know,
hot lane as well,
it's
isn't
been
it?
right, mate. I've said it for a long time. It's like the manager's naivety has shown. I can't hide that because we've been so depleted that he needed to change his style and he didn't, and it's kind of fell back on him. He can use the amount of injuries as a fair point, but he could have changed at the same time. I
Yeah.
also think that the board showed during the window that it's very much, they didn't want to spend, but then they had to at the end. They had to do something. They either had to sack him and then go out and look for someone. I don't think they wanted to do that. They didn't know where to look. And they would have got a massive raft if they got someone in or got Ryan Mason in. So they did what was best and they got in a 20 million defender out of all of them that they wanted. They got the 20 million one in who was Wolves wanted. So I mean, out of all of them, I'm not saying he's bad, he seems all right. And then they got another guy who didn't want to come, and they literally got him on loan at the last minute because no one else came in for him. So he just held
Is
out,
that
held out,
Tell?
held out. Yeah, he
Well,
seems all right.
I tell you, he's a championship manager player. He used to bang him in Tell.
No, that was Tao.
No, he's a Tell as
Tell.
well.
Well, he'd be
Tell.
about 50 if he was playing championship manager, wouldn't he?
No, the new one.
You definitely have fallen out of love with
version of
Gav.
it, whatever it's called nowadays.
He's 19, bro. He's 19. No,
No, just I'm
you've
bringing it up
definitely started
because
watching rugby.
All right,
Chris,
Lee.
compose yourself.
All right,
I'm
Lee.
bringing it up because a little while ago I said
Who is it who had Carl had on a wrestling game, SmackDown?
Big show.
This is what Ken Dog's doing right now.
He goes, yeah, man. What? And you got Big Show and attitude. You got some whack version. I was like, no, I've got the real one.
What you didn't? Yeah, remember Tell? 1997 Football Manager.
No,
I'll never forget.
Don't change the subject because the reason I'm bringing it up is because I said to you about 8-9 months ago that I said,
You
is
did.
Ange a little bit one-dimensional? And you said, no, how can you call him one-dimensional? How can you? But you just said it yourself. He's a bit
Well,
one-dimensional.
no, he's got found. Yeah, at this point here, Tom. To be honest, he was playing the right style for what we had. But since then, no, you have to adjust, and he didn't. So I can't
How
deny.
can you
Yeah,
play the
you're right.
right style for what you had then? Like this time, it makes sense.
Well, because when you've got
It was just
your
work. We ain't seen that before, but people realize
maybe. Well,
this guy's dumb.
we'll,
He's
we'll soon find out more and more. We'll soon find out. Yeah,
where you are this season. Look where you are.
yeah.
You scored
Listen,
the third most amount of goals, and you are in the bottom half of the table. Do you know how mad that is?
crazy.
Jack Tree, third. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got plus 13, I think. Yeah.
They've scored so many goals, but they've conceded a bucket load because the high line is just high.
Too high.
It's not just the high line; it's also he does like managing minutes. I think at first it was so good for us because we were scoring goals that it's not too bad. But then after that, I think it's when
Like
when we
I'm
don't
sure
stop and we keep going.
6 weeks into the season, you sent a bloody statistic, and you go, "Well, it can't be that bad, can it?" All cocky.
But weren't then.
It was statistics of like first for shots, first for most
It's
distance,
incredible.
first for this, first for that. Nah.
And then it got found out. It got found
anyone
out.
can go all out attack and score loads of goals and still lose loads of games, can't they? It's not very clever.
Well, no, it's turned out not to be Kendall, but that's the problem. I think if he learned how to manage a game and got those early goals, which we do in a lot of time, we've got 21 points. We've got 21 points from leading positions, the highest in the league. You had those 21, would be third. You put those back if you managed it better, or even half of those would be fifth. But like the fact of the matter is that he scores one, he scored two, sometimes scored three, and he's still trying to get a fourth. And I think either it's going to be the making of him to go, we can do that, and then learn how to manage it and calm the pace and change the rhythm and work it to how to, not go chasing, leaving spaces behind the channel. Or he'll do it again when everyone's back. The same thing will happen, and in that time he'll lose his job, which I'm sad for because like anyone would say that it's good to watch Spurs, but yeah, at the end of the day, you can't let this happen all the time because then it gets frustrating in the end. As much as it's good attacking, it gets frustrating. Just learn how to balance the game a little bit better. And I think most Spurs fans have known that for a long time with Ange, and that's what they ask. But that's my final word today. That's my final word. Tom, we need you back as a cameo on this each week.
I will try my absolute best to.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, let's get us all on next week. All next Monday.
All right.
Right, we're in. Tell Mark.
I'll tell him.
Lovely to see you. Thanks for tuning in, people. See you next week.
Love.
Bye.